Good day. Today is Tuesday, November the 1st. It marked the 47th day of nationwide uprising in Iran. Yesterday, college students took to the streets in dozens of universities across the country. Students have been relentlessly pursuing the protests against the regime's escalating crackdown. Even though the official security forces and plainclothes agents have been trying to quell the protests, there are a growing number of reports indicating that the regime has dispatched the IRGC personnel and staff in plainclothes in an attempt to quell the anti-regime protests, but to no avail as of now. People in the cities of Tehran, Tabriz, Arak, and other cities throughout the country were protesting well into the night last night, and they targeted regime-associated buildings with Molotov cocktails in many locations. People were also chanting, targeting the regime's leaders, and called for the regime change by the Iranian people. They chanted death to the dictator, death to Khamenei, and also death to the oppressor, being it the Shah or Khamenei. This morning, students of two universities in Tehran started the rallies despite heavy crackdown carried out by the authorities in their campuses that included arresting dozens of students and also banning many more from entering their campuses. Actually, the students of Melli University and Amir Kabir University were the first who started today's anti-regime rallies. But also similar rallies have been held at Tehran's all-female Az-Zahra University and other campuses throughout Tehran, also in Yazd, the Islamic Azad University, and also in Karaj and in the Isfahan University of Technology, where among other universities that students protested. I should add that high school students played their role today in the anti-regime rallies, including those in the restive cities of Sanandaj, Marivan, Saqaz, and also in Tehran. Students in several universities across the country also held rallies, and they attended to go to their classes. Actually, they took part in strikes, and they were protesting the regime's crackdown against their classmates, including suspension of many students in different universities. Students were chanting slogans like "Jailed college students must be released, freedom, freedom, freedom." Mrs. Mariam Rajavi, the president-elect of the National Council of Resistance of Iran, praised the Iranian students at universities for their continuing protest against the regimes in its entirety. Mrs. Rajavi said students' defiance at Tehran, Sharif, Az-Zahra, Khaja Nasir, Sanandaj, Shiraz, Urumiyeh, Shahrud, and other universities showed that Iran's valiant children are not intimidated by the IRGC's brutality, and they pay the price of freedom. Unity and perseverance guarantee advancing toward freedom. Mrs. Rajavi added that the people of Iran, especially women and the youth, have risen up to overthrow the regime and achieve freedom. They are fed up with the mullah's brutal suppression, hostility toward women, religious discrimination, and poverty. Another important development was the fact that families of protesters who have been recently arrested and apprehended in Tehran rallied outside notorious Evin prison both on Monday and Tuesday. They were demanding information about their loved ones. Obviously, the families were worried about the well-being of their loved ones, but they received no answers from authorities. It goes without saying that lives of those apprehended are in great danger, as many protesters in the past 7 weeks have lost their lives while they have been in custody and under torture. Also, in the past few days, freedom-loving Iranians and the supporters of the People's Mujahedin Organization of Iran, or MEK, have been holding gatherings in Europe, US, and Canada in support of their compatriot Iranians protesting the mullah's dictatorship. These sit-ins have been held in Geneva, Berlin, Vancouver, Washington, Amsterdam, Rome, Vienna, Stockholm, Frankfurt, Ottawa, and Nuremberg. And this very much sums up the developments as of today, November the 1st.